So second part of the fourth unit is the reaction mechanism. So stereochemistry and a reaction mechanism. So first we dealt with the stereochemistry, and next is the organic reactions or the reaction mechanism. So what is mean the organic reaction? So as we know, so different types of chemical reactions which are involving some of the types like a substitution, pericyclic reactions. So pericyclic reaction which the where the reaction is mainly occurs in the presence of a light, and a rearrangement reaction, photochemical reactions, redox reactions. So these are some of the oxidation reactions. So some of the reactions of organic reactions, and some of the types. So if you see here, so in order to know the organic reactions, so some of the basic terms we need to know. So like a substrate, so reactants which is getting reacted, so that is called as the substrate, and a reagent, so which is attacking this reagent is a substance which is attacking the substrate molecule, so that is called as a reagent. So when the substrate and the reagent is reacting towards each other, which is forming a product. And next is a so if you see here, so this is a substrate. So in order to substrate reacts with react each other, first it is forming intermediates and then it is forming a product. And a free radicals. So free radicals. So what is mean by free radical? So if the atoms are a groups which consisting of a unpaired electrons, so such compounds are called such atoms are called as the free radicals. So if you see here, ethene or a ethylene molecule, so when the pi bond is breaking, homologic cleavage, so where it is under cleavage, so where it is where one of the electron is moving towards one of the carbon and the other is going towards the one of the carbon. So that means here free radical of a carbon is forming. So that is called as a free radical, and a carbonium ion or a carbocation. So carbonium and a carbocation is one and the same. So the organic ion where the carbon carries a positive charge, so such ions are called as a carbocation or a carbonium ion, and a carbon anion where the organic ions which comes where the carbon is consisting of a negative charge, so that is called as a carbanion. So here positive, so if you see here positive carbocation and a negative carbon anion, and a transition state. So transition state, an imaginary line which cannot be isolated is called as a transition state, and before, so even the transition state is also called as the intermediate. So where the imaginary bonds are making a product formation. So that is the transition state. And here, so if you see here some of the even the organic reactions which is mainly categorized based on their functional groups. So these are some of the functional groups. So like alcohols, aldehydes, some acid amides, alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, some of the groups like amides, carboxylic acids, ethers, esters, phenols, and ketones, and the cyanides and the nitrites. Even some of the, these are some of the functional groups. Now we will see some of the basic types of organic reactions. So what are the general basic types of organic reactions? Like a addition reaction, elimination reaction, substitution reaction, oxidation, and a reduction reaction. So these are the some of the types of a types of a reaction. So first is the addition reaction. So what is meant by addition reaction? So addition is nothing but a two or more reactants. So two or more reactants, so that is that are reacted to each other to form a single bonded carbon, a single bonded product. So such compounds are called as addition. So simple addition of a reactant. So when there is addition of a groups or the atoms to the substance which is forming a single bonded carbon, single bonded product. So such compounds are called as the addition product. And elimination reactant. So elimination reaction is nothing but a elimination of a group. So where the pi bond is breaking and here the groups are eliminating. So like a best example, dehydrohalogenation, where we are removing a hydrogen and a halogen. So we are removing the or eliminating the group. So that is called as elimination reaction. And a substitution reaction. So where one of the group is substituted by the other group, such reactions are called as substitution. And oxidation. So oxidation reaction is nothing but a where the oxygen is added. So So the reaction where the oxygen is added and the hydrogen is removing. So such products are called as the organic compounds. Such organic compounds are called as the organic reaction by losing the electron. And here reduction reaction. So reduction reaction where the opposite of oxidation, where the hydrogen is getting added, removal of the oxygen, and the such organic compounds are called as the organic reactions are called as the reduction reaction in here where the gaining of electron is taking place. And some more terms like a nucleophile and electrophile. So nucleophile is nothing but a group or a reagent which is having the capacity of donating a lone pair of electron. A group or a reagent which is having the capacity of donating the electron to the other group, such reagent is called as the nucleophile. So nucleophile even it is also called as the nucleus loving species where the nucleophile is also having the electron rich. So here, so that is the nucleophile. So some of the example like chlorine, bromine, iodine, cyanide, where we are indicating with a negative sign. So that means these are the electron rich species. And next is the electrophile. So electrophile where the group or a reagent which is having a electron deficient. So which is needing the electrons from the other group. So such reagents are called as the electrophile. And here even the electrophile is also called as the electron loving species, and electrophile are a electron deficient species. And here which is forming a carbonium or a carbocation when there is a deficiency of electrons are taking place. And here some of the examples like so these are some of the examples like H plus nitrogen. So even bromine and iodine is also when it is losing the electron, it is forming the carbocation. And so sulfonil, AlCl3BF3 plus. So these are some of the examples that is involving in electrophile. Now first type of a reaction, that is the addition reaction. So addition reaction. So what do you mean by addition reaction? So addition reactions. So these are the reactions mainly seen in the alkenes and the alkynes. So alkenes and alkynes means here generally there is the addition of groups. So addition of groups. So which when there is the addition of a group, so which is in the products, maybe a double bonded carbons are forming or maybe a triple bonded carbon products are forming. And here some of the types of addition reaction like based on the electrophile and the nucleophile, electrophilic addition and the nucleophilic addition. So electrophilic based on the electrophile. So electrophile where the pi bond is broken and a new sigma bond is forming. So such is the electrophilic by the addition of electrophile, that is the electrophilic addition. And here these electrophilic addition is of two types, hydrohalogenation and halogenation. So simple hydrohalogenation. So hydrohalogenation, as I said, that is the pi bond is breaking. So pi bond is breaking and a new sigma bond is forming. So new sigma bond is forming hydrogen with a hydrogen and a halogen atom. So hydrogen and a halogen atom. So that even we can substitute with the substitute the bromine with the fluorine, chlorine or iodine also. So that is a hydrohalogenation. And next is the halogenation, simple halogenation. So where the pi bond is breaking, there is the addition of a bromine. So two bromines are added. So 1,2-dibromo ethane is forming. So 1,2-dibromo ethane is forming. Pi bond is breaking. Sigma bond is formed with the bromine. And this is the mechanism involving in a halogenation. And next is the type, that is the nucleophilic addition. So where the addition reaction is taking place with the nucleophile. So first is the addition of a nucleophile. So here we are taking the nucleophile, that is the HCN, hydrogen cyanide, with the aldehydes and the ketones. So with the aldehydes and the ketones, when it is added acetaldehyde and a propanone, when the HCN is added, so these are the products are forming 2-hydroxy propanitrile and 2-hydroxy 2-methyl propanitrile. These are the products are forming, and this is the mechanism involving in a hydrocyanide. So which is O negative, which is forming first a pi bond where it is forming O negative. So O negative is forming And here, so when it is losing the electrons here, carbocation is forming, and here, so here bond is there, so CH3 with a making a bond with a O negative, and with the hydrogen, it is forming a OH group. So hydroxy group is forming, so H plus O negative. So that means electrophile is attacking the H plus, so which is forming a OH group. So this is the mechanism is involving. And the next is the addition of alcohol on aldehyde. So simple addition of alcohol, so ROH or a KOH. So here R is substituted with a methyl ethyl. So when it is addition to acetaldehyde, which is forming acetal. So acetal is forming, so it is a reversible reaction. Even the acetal is converted in the presence of a hydrogen chloride gas. So which is converted into acetaldehyde. And here, so based on the addition reaction, so there are the two rules are there. One is the Markovnikov rule and the anti-Markovnikov rule. If you see the Markovnikov rule, so this is Markovnikov rule is mainly applicable to the asymmetric alkenes. So alkenes, as we know, alkenes are of two types: symmetrical alkenes and unsymmetrical alkenes. So when there is addition of a HX hydrogen halide to the symmetrical alkene, which gives only a one product. So simple addition. Whereas when the hydrogen halide is added to the unsymmetrical alkene, where it is getting a two products. So two products. So how we can give a stability based to the two different products means here, which is governed by the Markovnikov rule. So how we can see the two from the two products, which is the stable one. So stable one, by following a Markovnikov rule, we can say which is the stable one and which is the less stable one. So what this Markovnikov rule is saying? So as we are saying, that is a hydrogen halide. So that means hydrohalogenation to the unsymmetrical alkene. So where the hydrogen is added to the one carbon and the halogen is the, so that means here positive and negative sign. So here negative sign, negative part. So the negative part means here halogen, if it is added to the carbon which is having a less number of a hydrogen. So which is having a less number of a hydrogen. So such products are called as a stable product. So if you see the example here, so simple propene. So prop 1 in, so same. So prop 1 in, when it is hydrohalogenation is done, first it is forming a secondary carbocation. So hydrogen. So when it is forming a secondary carbocation, where it is reacted with the bromine. So bromine is getting, so bromine wants to give the electrons to the carbocation by forming a bond. So that means here, so carbon. So from this, so here bromine is attaching maybe to this carbon or maybe to this carbon. But Markovnikov rule is saying the negative part is attached to the carbon which is having a less number of a hydrogen. So if you see second carbon which is having a less number of a carbon, so that's why this is a more stable carbon when compared to the 1-bromopropane. So 1-bromopropane, so here carbon which is having a more number of a hydrogen. Bromine is getting attached here. So that means this is the less stable one and this is the more stable one. According to the rule, the negative part which is attached to the less number of a hydrogen. So that is forming a more stable compound. So that is regarding the Markovnikov rule. And next is the anti-Markovnikov rule. So what this anti-Markovnikov rule is saying? So again the hydrohalogenation is done to the unsymmetrical alkene. Again there is a formation of a two products. So reverse of a Markovnikov rule. So where is the Markovnikov rule? The negative part is attached to the carbon which is having a less number of a hydrogen. But in anti-Markovnikov rule, where the carbon is having a more number of a hydrogens, the negative part is getting attached. So if you see the here, probe 1 in, so hydrohalogenation in the presence of a peroxide, so the negative part is getting attached here. So that means here, so these are the carbon which is having a more number of a hydrogen. So the negative part is getting attached here. So 1-bromopropane. So here if you see the mechanism, so in the presence of a peroxide, so peroxide is undergoing a cleavage to form alkoxy radical. Alkoxy radical again reacting with a hydrogen halide. So which hydrogen halide means hydrogen bromide, which is forming a ROH and liberating the bromine free radical. So these bromine free radical is necessary to react with the propene. So when it is reacting with the propene, which is forming a secondary free radical, which is the most stable one. And here again the free radical. So free radical, so bromine may be attached to the secondary free radical or a primary free radical. So when it is forming, when it is reacting with a primary free radical, so this is the compound. So if you will see, this is the less stable one. So less stable one means here the bromine is attached to the less number of a hydrogen. So that means which is following a Marconi curve fluid but not the anti-Marconi curve fluid. According to the anti-Marconi curve fluid, the bromine should attach to the carbon which is having a more number of a hydrogen. So that means it is following the anti-Marconi curve fluid. That's why this is the more stable one when compared to the primary free radical. So this is how reaction is taking place. So here, so secondary is more stable one. So secondary carbonium free radical is reacting with the HBr, which is forming. So here bromine is attached to the secondary. So first carbon. So that means which is having a more number of hydrogen and liberating a bromine. So liberating a bromine. So here, so this hydrogen is attaching here and here liberating as a free radical. Again, this free radical is necessary to react with a one more propene molecule. So in that way, the step is continuing like a propagation way. So step by step. So the liberating of free radicals, again that free radicals is reacting with a one more propene molecule. After all the reaction mechanism, again one more free radical of a bromine is liberating, and again that is necessary to carry out the reaction. So that is regarding the Markovnikov and anti-Markovnikov. And next we will discuss with the substitution reactions. So substitution reactions, again it is of two types, nucleophilic and electrophilic substitution reactions. So electrophilic, so substitution reaction where there is a substitution with the different groups. So substitution with the different groups. So based on the electrophile and the nucleophile, it is of two types. So nucleophilic and electrophilic substitution reaction. Nucleophilic substitution reaction. So in our syllabus only nucleophilic substitution reaction is there. So nucleophilic substitution reaction. So where it is as the reaction, where it is attacked by a nucleophile reactant. So nucleophile reagent. So which is giving a product. So that is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. So again it is of two types. So based on the steps carried out. So it is of a two types, that is a unimolecular and a bimolecular substitution reaction. So if you will see the unimolecular substitution reaction, so these are the steps involving in a unimolecular. So unimolecular, why we are calling as a unimolecular? So SN1, so where N is representing the nucleophilic, 1 is representing the unimolecular reaction. And why we are calling as a unimolecular? Where the rate of reaction is a first order reaction, and here rate is depending on only the concentration of the substrate. So rate is always depending of the concentration of the substrate molecule. So that's why we are calling as a unimolecular. And here the reaction is taking place in a two steps process, and it is mainly applicable to the protic solvents like a methanol and the water. These are favorable for the SN1 reaction. And here electronic factors which is playing a very important role in SN1 reaction, and steric factors is not important for SN1 reaction. And this is a hydrolysis. This is a mainly, so best example we can take it as a tertiary butyl bromide is the best example in a SN1 reaction. So if you will see the mechanism, so mechanism as I said, it is carried out in a two steps, hydrolytic cleavage, and the best example is the tertiary butyl bromide. So here first step, so here, so which is a slow step, and the second step is the fast step. So why we are calling it as a slow step here? So here 2-chloro-2-methyl propane is the example, so tertiary halide. So where the leaving group, so this is the chlorine is the leaving group, and here which is forming before the formation of a product, a transition state is forming. So transition state is forming, and this is the leaving group. So that's why I'm indicated with the dotted line. So chlorine is the leaving group, and here forming the carbocation. So carbocation is the intermediate, and the leaving group is the leaving, as by taking the electrons, it is liberated as a Cl minus. So combination. So second step, if you see here, this is the fast step. Whatever the carbocation that is formed in the first step, that is reacting with the nucleophile. So here I am taking the nucleophile, that is the OH minus. So that when it is reacting with the incoming nucleophile, so carbocation, which is the deficiency in electrons. So these incoming nucleophile, which is donating, which is giving a electrons to the carbocation by forming a bond here. So here CH3, which is the OH, which is forming a bond with the OH. So that is the, which is forming the product, that is a 2-methyl propane 2-ol, so which is the tertiary alcohol. So this is a graph, so graphical representation. On x-axis I am taking a reaction coordinate and the y-axis the energy. So reactant, first is forming the intermediate and then it is forming the product. So before the formation of a product, there is a formation of a transition stage where the leaving group is taking place. And the next is the second type, that is the SN2 reaction. So SN2 means the substitution nucleophilic. Nucleophilic means here. So here why we are calling that as SN2 means here. So where 2 means here bimolecular reaction. So bimolecular means here where the rate of reaction is depending. So whereas in a SN1 where it is representing only on a substrate, but here rate of reaction which is representing on a both like a incoming nucleophile and a concentration of the substrate. And here only a one-step process, and solvents that are suitable for the reaction is, that is the aprotic solvents like acetone and the DMF, so dimethylfluorine. So that are the solvents which are favoring the SN2 reaction. So a best example, that is the methyl bromide is the best example in SN2 reaction. So if you will see the mechanism, so this is a leaving group. So leaving group. So here, so when it is started its leaving group, so in a single step it is taking place, reaction is taking place. So the attacking nucleophile is attacking from the back side. So why it can't attack from the front side means here the incoming there is a repulsion between a leaving group and the incoming nucleophile. So as there is a repulsion, so the nucleophile is started attacking from the back side. So back side there is the formation of a dotted bond. So dotted bond means, so here which is forming a transition state. So that is not pentavalent transition state is forming before the formation of a product. So here as it is attacking from the back side, so it's reverse of the first reaction, SN1 reaction. So here, so this is the leaving group and here forming a bond with the OH minus. So which is for, so which is the inversion is for, this product is called as a Walden inversion, where the incoming nucleophile is attacking from the back side or the rear side. So that is a SN2 reaction. So this is the product, this is the graph. So energy and a reaction. So reactants that are reacting, first transition state is forming and then is the products are forming. And these are the sum of the differences between SN1 and SN2. So which is a two-step process and a single-step process. So where the rate of reaction is depending only on the concentration of the substrate, and here rate of the reaction is depending on a both substrate and a nucleophile. And it is the third, if you will see here, it is the first order reaction, and here the order is the second order reaction. If you will see the fourth difference, where the carbocation, so carbocation, because of when there is a leaving group is leaving, where the reaction is occurring place in the two steps. In the first step where there is a formation of a carbocation, and here there is no formation of a carbocation. And the rate is depending on the only on the concentration of the substrate, and here both on a substrate and a nucleophile. And the transition state, if you will see, so rate of reaction depends on the stability of a carbocation, and the transition state is formed, which is a pentavalent transition. This is a planar structure, pentavalent transition state is forming, and here protic solvents are favoring the SN1 reaction. Here aprotic solvents are favoring the reaction, and here steric crowding is not playing any role in SN1 reaction, and here steric crowding is very important, which is a steric hindrance. So where there is a steric crowding is making a reaction somewhat. So that is the sum of the differences between the SN1 and SN2. Now it is a elimination reaction. So simple elimination reaction is nothing but a elimination of a two or more groups. So such reactions are called as the elimination reaction. So here best example is the dehydrohalogenation, the removal of the hydrogen and the halogen. So that is a coming under the example of elimination reaction. So example dehydrogenation of a alkyl halide, which is following the Cisdorf rule. So when the dehydrohalogenation is done to the unsymmetrical alkyl halide, so unsymmetrical alkyl halide, so this is the alkyl halide. So when we are cutting the molecule, that is not into equal half. So that means here unsymmetrical alkyl halide, when the dehydrohalogenation is done, means which is we can detect the product as a major or a minor by the Cisdorf rule. So what Cisdorf rule is saying, we will see in the example. So here, so when the dehydrohalogenation, so this is where the bromine is the functional group which is attached to the carbon. So that is called as the alpha carbon. Beside the alpha carbon, that is the beta carbon. These are the beta carbons. So the hydrogens which are attached to the alpha carbon, that are called as alpha hydrogens, and the hydrogens which are attached to the beta carbon, that are called as the beta carbons. And here this is the example 2-bromobutane. So when the 2-bromobutane is reacting with the ethanol, so when it is reacting with the ethanol, so here two products are formed. So this is the, so that means here, so what is the Cisdorf rule is saying? So Cisdorf rule is saying after the dehydrohalogen, after the removal of the hydrogen and the bromide, so two products are forming. The carbon which is having a more number of a alpha hydrogen, so that is a, so that is called as a major product. So if you see here, so bromide, this is alpha, this is beta hydrogen and a beta hydrogen. So even elimination reaction is also called as a beta elimination. So that means here we are removing the beta hydrogen. So that means we can remove the beta hydrogen from this carbon or from this carbon. So if you will remove the carbon, remove the hydrogen from this carbon, means here hydrogen bromide is removing. So CH. So here first it is from here I'm removing the beta hydrogen. So that means hydrogen and a Br is removing. So where it is forming the CH, and here which is forming the double bond. So double bond is forming and a CH and a CH is same. And if you see, if there is a removal of the right side beta hydrogen, so by right side beta hydrogen is removing, means here it is forming the CH2 and the double bond is forming here. So double bond, so double bond is formed here. So here double bond is formed. So if you will see here, so major product how we can say here. So the double bond is substituted, just the second and a third carbon double bond is substituted carbon, and beside that is the alpha hydrogen. So these first and the last carbon which is having a more number of alpha hydrogen. So nearly 3 plus 3. So that means 6 alpha hydrogens are having. So that's why we are calling it as a major product. And if you will see here, here the double bond is forming. So double bond is forming here, means here which is having a only 2 alpha hydrogen, CH2. So first and the second there is a double bond, and here 2 alpha hydrogen. So that's why we are calling it as the minor product. And next we are having is the oxidation reaction. So oxidation reaction where there is a the reaction which is involving the addition of oxygen, removal of the hydrogen, and the removal of the electrons. Such reactions are the oxidation reaction. Best example like a potassium permanganate, potassium dichromate, and a chromic acid. So how the reactions are taking place in the presence of a potassium permanganate, dichromate, and a chromic acid. So first we will see the reaction oxidation of alcohols by using a potassium permanganate. So when the oxidation is taking place in the presence of a potassium permanganate, so here this is the reaction. So where the primary alcohol, if it is reacting with the primary alcohol, that is first is converted into the aldehyde and later it is converted to the carboxylic acid. So how the reaction is taking place? So here alpha hydrogen is there. So alpha hydrogen is there, means again the reaction is taking place and forming the carboxylic acid. And a carboxylic acid does not react where there is no alpha hydrogen. And then we see the secondary alcohol. So secondary alcohol, when it is reacting with the presence of a KMNO4, which is forming a ketone. Again, ketone does not undergo any reaction in the presence of a KMNO4 as it is not having any alpha hydrogen. And the next is the tertiary. So tertiary means where it is having a 3 R groups, 3 alkyl groups, maybe a methyl, ethyl or a propyl. So tertiary alcohol, when it is undergoing a reaction with the KMNO4, there is no reaction. Why it is no reaction means here there is no presence of a alpha hydrogen. So that's why tertiary alcohol does not undergo any reaction. So if we see here, this is how the reaction is taking place. So primary aldehydes and carboxylic acid. Secondary, yeah, when it is undergoing oxidation, forming the ketones. Ketones does not undergo any reaction. And tertiary, no reaction at all, no alpha hydrogen. So if you will see the mechanism, so as the KMNO4, so oxidizing agent, which is undergoing a liberation of ions like a permanganate ion and a potassium K+ ion. So here primary alcohol, when it is reacting with a base, so base is the liberating. So that means here the presence of a water where the OH minus is reacting with the H+. So sorry, in the presence of a water, in the presence of a base where there is a removal of the water. So in the presence of a base means here OH minus ion and H+ ion that is reacted to give a for the removal of the H2O, and here forming O negative ion, and a permanganate ion that is taking place here reacting O negative that is directly forming with the bond with the manganese. So here bond with the manganese, and here O negative, and by this O negative by abstracting the proton and which is removing as the permanganate, which is removing as the permanganic acid. So permanganic acid as it is removing, and here this is forming a double bond. So R3 double bond OH. So that means aldehyde is forming. So as the aldehyde is having the alpha hydrogen, again it is reacting with the base. That means it is undergoing further oxidation in the presence of a water. So where the O negative, which is giving the electrons to the carbocation. So that means R3 double bond of O negative, which is forming a bond carbon, which is forming a bond with the O, so OH and H. And here, so as the O is oxygen is giving the electrons to the carbon, which is forming a positive charge, and here bond and a positive which is getting neutralized. So neutralized, and here which is removing as a which is removing as H minus ion and OH. So R OH and this double bond O. So double bond. So that means R3 double bond OH that is forming a carboxylic acid. So that is a KMS. So this oxidizing agent or oxidation reaction always occurs in a basic medium. And next is the chromic acid. So oxidation with the chromic acid. So even it is also called as a zone reagent. So if you will see the mechanism, so primary alcohol that is converted into aldehyde, again aldehyde that is converted into carboxylic acid, and a secondary which is converted same like a potassium permanganate, which is converted into a ketone, and tertiary does not undergo any reaction, no further reaction as there is no alpha hydrogen. So this chromic acid is liberated as a chromate ion and H+ ion. So this chromate ion is reacting with the primary alcohol. So this is how mechanism is taking place. And also here, so OH minus and H from the primary alcohol that is removing as a water molecule, and here RCH double bond O, and here chromate is reacting here. So as it is reacting means here, so as it, which is removing as a HCrO3 minus. So HCr, so this is removing as a HCrO3 minus, and even where these H3, so by these in the presence of water, which is by taking the proton, which is removing as a H3O minus. And here R3 double bond O is forming, so that means aldehyde is forming. Aldehyde is undergoing further oxidation as there is a alpha hydrogen in the presence of water. So as the place, so oxygen is donating the electrons to the carbocation, so which is represented with the positive side. So bond and positive sign that is getting neutralized, R C double bond O OH. So that means here carboxylic acid is forming. So same reaction with the ketones also. So chromic acid. So RC. So here two R groups are there. So R. So R same mechanism. So that means here chromate ion. So removing the H water, and here this is forming the R C double bond O, and this is removing as the HCrO3 minus and the minus H plus. So R C double bond O, which is forming a ketone. So that means primary, which is forming a carboxylic final product, and a secondary, which is forming a ketone aldehyde, that is forming a carboxylic acid. And next is the reduction reaction. So oxidation with the permanganate ion and a chromate ion, and a reduction reactions with a sodium borohydrate. So sodium borohydrate. So these are the, so that means reverse of the oxidation reaction. So ketones and aldehydes, that is converted into a secondary and a primary alcohol, and this is the mechanism. So NaBH4, so which is liberated as a BH3 and a in sodium hydroxide. So mechanism. So first is forming ethanol. So that is forming a primary alcohol, so ethanol. And again, if the ketone is reacting in the presence of a sodium borohydrate, so sodium and O negative, which is abstracting the proton, which is forming OH. So alcohol is forming again, so which is forming a secondary alcohol. So that is with the lithium, this is with the sodium borohydrate, and one more reducing agent, that is the lithium aluminum hydrate. So with the lithium aluminum hydrate, so ketones, aldehydes, and a carboxylic acid react with the lithium aluminum hydrate to give the product like a secondary, primary, and the primary alcohol by the removal of the oxygen. So this is the reaction mechanism, how it is taking place. So aldehydes, which is converted into alcohol. So aldehydes, when it is reacting with the lithium aluminum hydrate, so lithium, which is liberating as a lithium plus and the aluminum hydrate ion. So this is making a bond with the carbon. So hydrogen is making with the carbon. So CH3O negative H and a H. So again, so where in the presence of a water molecule, so O negative, which is abstracting the proton and which is removing as a lithium hydroxide. So CH3OH, so O negative, which is abstracting the proton, so OH, and a C plus, C is forming a bond with the hydrogen atom. So that means here, so alcohol which is forming is the again a primary alcohol is forming. So where only a one R group is there. So if you will see the IUPAC name, so that is the ethanol. So these are the some of the reduction reactions with a aluminum hydrate. So oxidizing agent with the KMnO potassium permanganate and the chromic acid, and reducing agent with a lithium aluminum hydrate and the sodium. So that is how. So thank you, students.